And now the introduction to the Torah portion. I grew up in an obscure part of the world, this little place no one's ever heard of, called the Silicon Valley. But before it was the Silicon Valley, it was the Valley of Heart's Delight. And it was called that because stone fruits grow extremely well in that climate. And even after all of the orchards had been taken out to make room for the other kind of apple, the land around it still grew the stone fruits, and farmers markets, you could find one on any day of the week. And I love buying produce from the farmers market because you have a one-on-one interaction. There's no middleman. There's no buyer at the grocery store purchasing the produce and making decisions about what I'm going to eat for me. I can go to the farmer. I can hear about his family's history on the farm. I can hear about this particular kind of fruit and how it grows and why. I can taste it, smell it, touch it. I love the farmer's market. And the Jewish people are the people of the farmer's market in this week's Parsha. One of the things we hear is the repetition of the 10 Commandments. And we're told in this retelling that the people receive the 10 Commandments face to face. Rashi gives a commentary that says, what does that mean face to face? Moses stood up before the people and said, I will not be your middleman. The seller shall know the buyer in this instance. And so I feel that way with mitzvot. Just like in a farmer's market, I'm the one who sees, touches, smells. It's the same thing. No one can do a mitzvah for you. And you are face to face when you do a mitzvah. When you walk into that hospital room, you see your friend's face light up. When you light the Sabbath candles, you see the people you love. Their faces glow in that light. And when we come together to celebrate a joyous occasion, our faces beam towards one another. When you do a mitzvah, you're face to face. There is no middleman. And my husband Adiv pointed out last night, as I was trying to think of a conclusion for this sermonette, when we get to the part of the Torah today where we tell the story of the 10 Commandments, we stand up so that we can reenact that moment. We can be face to face with God again as we hear his top 10 list. Right? The most important things, if we can adhere to them, will lead to a good life. So when Elizabeth, there she is, when she gets up to read, you know that your time to stand up and reenact that moment at Sinai is at hand. Shabbat Shalom.